We asked Elon Musk's AI Grok when Shiba Inu will hit 10 cents, and I guarantee the answer will shock you. So if you have any interest in Shiba Inu or hold any SHIB tokens, then you need to watch this video. So what is the latest news surrounding Shiba Inu and crypto? And what price has Elon Musk's AI predicted for Shiba Inu? In today's video, I am going to be answering these questions, so make sure you watch this entire video and see what the price of Shiba is doing on the 18th of February, shall we? Shiba Inu's price today is around 1565 units. SHIB's price is down 2% in the last 24 hours, with a 24-hour trading volume of $217 million. The token also currently has a market cap of over $9.2 billion, ranking it as the 19th most valuable cryptocurrency. Please keep in mind, these prices might have changed by the time you watch this video. This content is not financial advice. If you want to trade Shiba Inu or any other cryptocurrency, including with leverage, then sign up to Bitunix. You can win free crypto if you sign up through my link in the description. The exchanges are available to everyone, so be sure to check it out. Now, let's get into the first topic of today's video. FTX fund distribution. A new boost for the crypto market? FTX begins payouts this week, with analysts predicting the move could drive a market rebound. Bitcoin, the largest cryptocurrency by market capitalization, continues to trade below the $100,000 mark. However, this week marks the start of the FTX distribution. Analysts expect this move to positively impact the market, as creditors gain access to the exchange's reserves. FTX begins fund distribution to creditors. Bankrupt crypto exchange, FTX, is set to begin its initial fund distribution to creditors on February 18th, focusing on those with claims under $50,000. This marks a significant step in the ongoing efforts to compensate both institutional and retail creditors following FTX's collapse in November 2022. As part of FTX's Chapter 11 plan of reorganization, the company aims to reimburse approximately $1.2 billion to eligible creditors out of a total of $16 billion in claims. The distribution will take place in phases, with the initial focus on smaller claims. FTX has identified $345 million in non-KYC claims under $50,000. For creditors who have completed pre-distribution steps, payments are said to be made within 1 to 3 business days. Key partners, BitGo and Kraken, will assist with the process. The distribution is a key step in FTX's effort to repay creditors, with $16 billion to be paid over time. Potential market impact. The upcoming distribution is expected to influence the cryptocurrency market significantly. Analysts predict that the $16 billion payout could inject substantial liquidity into the market, potentially boosting investment and trading activity. This surge in capital could enhance market confidence and contribute to a bullish trend in the crypto market, especially in early 2025. Analyst Miles Deutscher views the distribution positively, believing it will reintroduce liquidity and encourage reinvestment in the market. On the flip side, some analysts caution that the impact could lead to a mass dumping event. The distribution will test FTX's ability to manage repayments and set a precedent for future crypto reimbursements. Why Dogecoin and SEC can push SHIB up. 340%. The cryptocurrency sector has enjoyed a massive policy shift in the United States in 2025. That looks to propel the asset class to even greater heights. One token that could enjoy surprising gains is Shiba Inu, as both Dogecoin and the US Securities and Exchange Commission could propel SHIB up more than 340%. The meme coin is currently nearing a $10 billion market cap. Moreover, it boasts one of the most passionate communities that the industry has to offer. With ongoing regulatory development set to propel the asset class, SHIB has emerged as a token that could surge rather unexpectedly. Shiba Inu could get propelled by Dogecoin, SEC, as crypto landscape shifts. The cryptocurrency market is set for a revolutionary change in its regulatory landscape to take place this year. Although that doesn't directly involve Shiba Inu, it could be a beneficiary. There is no more passionate community that could take full advantage of that than the SHIB army. Indeed, Shiba Inu could see both Dogecoin and the SEC propel SHIB up 340%. Specifically, the former could be on its way to being the very first meme coin to get its own ETF. The agency acknowledged Grayscale's recent filing, which is good news for the meme coin. The speculation alone has benefited SHIB. On Friday, the token had jumped more than 9% that week, according to CoinMarketCap. Moreover, that reversed the token's ongoing 24% drop that took place over the previous 30 days. However, at its 1680 unit price, it was up more than 70% from its value in February of 2024. The SEC's approval of the Dogecoin ETF could be monumental for the meme coin sector. That would only benefit a SHIB token that was expected to already surge in value this year. Cryptocurrency price prediction platform CoinCodex predicts that Shiba Inu can surge as much as 123% this month. Although it expects the asset to stagnate, it projects the token to jump 340% in August of this year. Specifically, the case would reach a price of 7470 units for a yearly high. It is fair to believe that an ETF approval and favorable SEC could fast-track that decision. Either way, the token should be well on its way to making good on its potential entering the year. Okay, now let's get into the main story of today's video. What price has Elon Musk's AI predicted for Shiba Inu? Just quickly for those that don't know, I asked Grok, what is Grok? I am Grok, an AI developed by xAI. I'm designed to provide helpful and truthful answers to a wide range of questions, often offering an outside perspective on humanity. My goal is to assist users in understanding the universe and tackling various tasks with maximum helpfulness. I can analyze information, provide insights, and even generate images if needed. But I don't have the capability to execute code or engage in voice interactions. I strive to be maximally helpful while maintaining objectivity, especially on controversial topics, by presenting different perspectives without bias. So now I will ask what the current price of Shiba Inu is. The current price of Shiba Inu is approximately 1595 units. This is just about right at the time of recording this video. Now I will ask what price it predicts Shiba Inu will reach by the end of 2025. I asked for 3 predictions. Bearish, 3,000 units. In this scenario, SHIB might experience some growth due to continued community support and token burns, but there could be market corrections or regulatory hurdles that temper the rise. Token burns might happen, but not at the scale needed for a significant price jump. The broader crypto market might see some downturns or remain flat, affecting SHIB's growth potential. However, if there are any new partnerships or increased utility, this could still provide some upward momentum, albeit not as much as in more optimistic scenarios. Base, 7,500 units. This prediction assumes a moderate increase in SHIB's value, supported by consistent token burns reducing the supply, perhaps coupled with some new use cases or integrations into decentralized finance platforms or gaming. The market might be stable with a general positive sentiment towards cryptocurrencies, helping SHIB to gain some ground. This level would reflect a moderate growth scenario, where SHIB benefits from both its community and from broader market trends without any extraordinary catalysts. Bullish, 0.01150. Here, we're looking at a highly optimistic future for SHIB. Massive token burns could significantly reduce the supply, potentially driving up the price if demand stays steady or increases. New, innovative uses for SHIB might emerge, like payment solutions, more extensive gaming ecosystems, or even mainstream adoption in certain markets. If the crypto market as a whole experiences a bull run, SHIB could ride this wave to new heights. This scenario would also require a very supportive and active community, possibly with influential partnerships or endorsements that boost visibility and adoption. Here's how much you could potentially make if you invested $1,000 in Shiba Inu today, based on the predictions for the end of 2025. Bearish. If SHIB hits 3,000 units, at the current price of 1,595 units, $1,000 would buy you about 62,795,925 SHIB. Your final profit would be $880. Base. If SHIB hits 7,500 units, you would make $3,702 in profit. Bullish. If SHIB hits the most bullish target, you would make $8,404 in profit. Now, did you know that on Bitunics, you can trade Shiba Inu with leverage? Meaning, if you used 10x leverage and Shiba Inu hit the bullish price target, then you would have over $84,000 from just a $1,000 investment. If you want to trade SHIB or any other crypto on leverage, Then check out BitUnix through the link in the description for lower fees and bonuses. Also join my Telegram group if you want to learn more about how to make money trading crypto. But now, for the final most important question. When will SHIB hit 10 cents? Predicting when Shiba Inu will reach 10 cents is highly speculative due to the volatile nature of cryptocurrencies, particularly meme coins like SHIB. However, based on current trends and potential future developments, standard prediction. If we consider the current supply, market cap, and historical growth patterns without any significant changes, reaching 10 cents would be a monumental task. Given these factors, a realistic timeline for SHIB to hit 10 cents might be around 2050, assuming a very optimistic scenario of consistent growth, widespread adoption, and an increase in general crypto market valuation, with mass token burns. If there were to be significant token burns reducing the supply of SHIB in circulation, the timeline could potentially be accelerated. Here's how it might look. Increased burns. If the burn rate significantly increases, say by 50% or more each year, this could drastically reduce the circulating supply. Utility and adoption. If SHIB gains substantial utility, perhaps as a payment method in major platforms or through integration into popular blockchain games or DeFi applications, demand could surge. Market conditions. A very bullish crypto market, possibly driven by regulatory clarity or widespread adoption of cryptocurrencies, could also contribute to this scenario. With these conditions, SHIB might theoretically reach 10 cents much sooner, potentially within the next 10 to 20 years. But this would require an extraordinary confluence of events. Scenario: if the burn rate accelerates to remove billions of tokens monthly, and SHIB starts to be used for real-world transactions, or if there's a massive speculative bubble, we might see a faster climb. However, even with these ideal circumstances, the jump from current prices to 10 cents would still require a market cap increase to levels that are currently hard to fathom. In summary, while the standard prediction points towards 2050, a scenario involving mass token burns and increased utility could see this occur sooner, but these are highly speculative and optimistic outlooks. Remember, the crypto market's unpredictability means these estimates could be off by a wide margin.
At all. Shytoshi shows no signs of stopping. He keeps dropping bombshell after a bombshell. But today, it is completely mind-blowing. I'm left completely speechless now. But what am I talking about? Well, let's find out. Shytoshi Kusama dropped a subtle hint on Telegram, suggesting that he was in discussion with a significant figure regarding Shiba Inu affairs. This revelation ignited excitement within the community, given Kusama's prolonged silence. In his latest message, Kusama urged group members to extend a warm welcome to this individual with the community's signature wolf enthusiasm. Responding eagerly, the Shiba Inu army welcomed the guest with open arms. Following a spirited engagement session, the Shiba Inu ecosystem expressed gratitude to the community members and confirmed the finalization of the deal. Kusama further encouraged everyone to stay tuned for forthcoming updates. This remark triggered another wave of bullish engagement from the Shiba Inu army. Although specifics were initially scarce, the community understood that when Kusama teased something as big, it truly meant substantial developments were underway, not just empty promises. And now, we finally got the details and further explanations. Some influencers have already covered this, but it looks like they are completely missing one very important detail that completely changes the idea of the upcoming update. But what is it about? And why even those who found this hidden detail still keep it as secret? Well, let's find out. It was just discovered that the Shiba Inu team has raised $12 million through the yet-to-be-released Treat token to support an upcoming Layer 3 privacy blockchain. Wow, this is it. People have been eagerly awaiting the release of the promised Treat token for so long, with the Dev team remaining silent. Now finally, we have received not just mundane news, but something truly monumental. The Shiba Inu community has been working hard to keep up with the latest developments, and the Shiba Inu community is now feeling ecstatic and thrilled. They should feel this way because this development marks a significant step forward for the project. Imagine eagerly awaiting a package delivery for weeks, only to finally receive it and find it contains something extraordinary you've been longing for. A feeling of elation and satisfaction rushes over you. That's exactly how the Shiba Inu community feels right now. While the treat token was long awaited, the revelation of a Layer 3 blockchain came as a complete surprise. Let's rewind a bit. Initially, Shiba Inu was constructed on Ethereum, which serves as Layer 1. Later, we witnessed the introduction of Shibarium in August, a Layer 2 scaling solution tailored for Shiba Inu. And now the revelation of an upcoming Layer 3 blockchain, accompanied by the treat token, is breaking new ground. Here's how it works. Think of Layer 1 as the foundation where all the main transactions and operations occur. Layer 2 sits on top of Layer 1, helping to speed up and scale transactions. Shibarium, for instance, serves this purpose for Shiba Inu. Now, Layer 3 further enhances capabilities, offering even more scalability and functionalities. An analogy could be building a house. Layer 1 is the solid foundation. Layer 2 acts as additional floors that provide more space and comfort. And Layer 3 is like adding a rooftop terrace, offering extra features and a stunning view, all contributing to a more impressive and efficient living experience. And here's something very important. In a recent post on XE, the Shiba Inu ecosystem's content marketer, Lucy, highlighted that the Shiba Inu team had raised $12 million through the yet-to-be-released treat token, indicating that the funds originated from an investment round. According to the report, the Shiba Inu development team secured $12 million by selling treat to venture capital investors outside the United States. For those unfamiliar, venture capital firms are entities that invest money in promising startups or projects in exchange for equity or ownership stakes. Essentially, they provide financial backing to businesses with high growth potential in exchange for a share of the company. Imagine you have a brilliant idea for a new business, but lack the funds to bring it to life. You approach a venture capital firm, present your idea, and if they believe in its potential, they provide the necessary funding to develop and launch the business. In return, they become part owners of your company and share in its success. Affiliation with venture capital firms is simple. It's typically reserved for serious projects because it signifies a level of validation and support from experienced investors. Capitalists conduct thorough due diligence before investing, so their involvement signals confidence in the project's viability and potential for success.